Out of focus, the Maldives President Mohamed Muizzu's party, the PNC, has won a supermajority in the latest parliamentary elections, leaving the opposition and his detractors fuming. The 45-year-old former mayor of Malé entered the presidential race only as a proxy for Abdullah Yamin, who was barred by the courts from contesting, but soon became the face of the elections. Muizzu wooed voters with his India Out campaign to curtail what he called India's outsized influence. So how does his latest win affect the India-Maldives relations, where both New Delhi and Beijing vie for influence? In results set to move the Maldives closer to China, pro-Beijing leader and President Mohamed Muizzu's party secured a landslide win in the parliamentary elections on Monday. His People's National Congress secured more than two-thirds of the seats in the 93-member parliament. The vote, seen as a crucial litmus test for Muizzu's policies, gives him sweeping powers to assert his pro-China agenda, as well as controversial domestic policies such as building thousands of apartments on reclaimed land. It's a major achievement for a party who had only 8 seats in the previous parliament. Monday's elections gives the PNC and its coalition parties 75 seats, while the main opposition Maldives Democratic Party has dwindled to only 12 seats from the previously held majority of 65. Since taking office in November last year, Muizzu has pledged to end the country's India First policy, straining ties with New Delhi, and made notable pro-China policy changes as well as visits to China to meet President Xi Jinping. India was asked to move all its troops from the island nation earlier this year, while Muizzu said his government was keen on exploring partnerships under China's Belt and Road Initiative, including the expansion of the country's central airport and commercial port. World Bank data shows that Chinese firms have invested $1.37 billion in the Maldives in the last decade, making it the largest bilateral creditor. Controversial statements were also made by Muizzu's party leaders against Prime Minister Modi. Since the fallout, India, which is the mainstay of its tourism sector, has seen a 50% drop in footfall. Worried of its repercussions, Malé has even conducted road shows to promote tourism from India again. And despite Muizzu's own rhetoric, the Indian government has increased development aid to the Maldives. India has monitored these developments closely given the strategic importance of the island nation to the Indian Ocean region. Both Beijing and New Delhi vie for influence in the Indo-Pacific. The US, which aims to strengthen its ties with India and in the Indo-Pacific region, also said it was watching the elections closely. The US opened an embassy in Malé in 2023 to boost engagement and regional influence. There are concerns that Muizzu's ultra-nationalist rhetoric may not bode well for the island nation or the region. Muizzu made India out his poll plank while pledging to elevate ties with Beijing. His overwhelming majority could strain ties with India further, where historically India has maintained significant influence.